This is my Elgato HD60S. It's a game capture card and I'm very happy with it. Now, if you look at the box of Elgato, you will see that they've got their own game capture software here. And, you know, the whole marketing thing, the whole sales thing about this is the fact that this allows you to stream games. And I have used it for that. I have streamed some games for you guys. I streamed my PS4. I streamed the Mini SNES. But I have found that I've actually been using this more to just capture footage from cameras. And Elgato have another solution if that's all you want to do. And it is called the Elgato Cam Link. So, if I can get it out. Okay, so this is the Cam Link. And at this point, I'm starting to think I'm a bit of a fanboy because I've been buying a lot of Elgato things recently from Amazon. But I really like the idea of this. It looks like a Google Chromecast or something like that, or a Fire Stick. It's just a little dongle. And essentially it allows you to do the same as this, except, well, not the same. This allows you to capture game footage, capture HDMI footage from a camera and things like that. This only captures footage from cameras. It allows you to turn any camera into a webcam. So here's why I bought this. I've been looking to build a more productive setup, and I want to improve the quality of my YouTube videos. But a big part of that is to get everything set up correctly and try and streamline what I'm doing. And hopefully this will allow me to do that. So far, I have been recording footage with my little RX100 Mark III, and I've been using this. The problem with that is that when I used the HD60S to record game footage, to record camera footage, I can't record game footage at the same time. I would need two Elgatos. Now, I did think about getting two Elgatos. That was a consideration. And, you know, when you consider the price of this, this is 120, and, you know, the HD60S is around the 160 mark. When you consider that price, it kind of seems like a little crazy to buy this instead of just another game capture card. But there are benefits to this. Firstly, well, I only need one game capture card. I don't need two. Can I get this out? Can I get this out? So much for guys and multitasking. Right, let's focus on the box for a second. Look at that. That's what was causing the problem. That's what was causing the problem. I didn't see that. So, yes, I could have ordered another Elgato HD60S, but I don't need two game capture cards. It doesn't make any sense to buy another one. And yes, I could have bought that, and it would have allowed me to record another camera. Nothing else is in there. But it just makes more sense to buy this. Okay, I thought I was popping out there. I think this makes more sense because, one, it's smaller, which is very useful to me because it means that when I'm traveling, or, you know, even if I'm just sitting downstairs with my laptop, I could plug this in to my computer and then I can, you know, set up a camera and all of a sudden I've got high quality footage, and that's useful for streaming. It's useful for recording. It's useful for many things. And you can see here, there's not much to it. It is a USB 3.0 device. That goes into your computer. HDMI in goes in there. And there is an extension cable, so it's not the largest, but that's useful because sometimes when you've got, you know, like depending on your laptop or your computer, it could be a little bit tough to get that in if there's other devices next to it. So this will allow you to extend it, and then you can put it in like that and dangle it around the side. So there's not much in the box here. There's a sticker by the looks of it, a little Elgato sticker. And little instructions. I don't think there's anything underneath. No, there is. Is there? What's this? No, there's nothing. Okay, so how does this work? This goes into my computer. I then use an HDMI cable. I then attach that HDMI cable to my HDMI to micro HDMI cable, adapter cable, and all of this goes into this camera. and that will allow me to stream. So now that I've got two of these devices, you know, I've got the HD60S and the Cam Link, I can either stream camera footage with this and record gaming at the same time, or if I want, I can attach my overhead camera, this one, and use this one for the main camera so I can switch between the two cameras. That's the plan. Let's set it up and we'll see how it all works. Okay guys, I'm holding up the Cam Link box in a very cheesy fashion here. I've set it up. It's very easy to set up and it's awesome. It is awesome, guys. It's awesome for a few reasons. Firstly is because no fuss, no drivers, no software, nothing. It just works. That's important. I don't want to be messing about with things like that if I don't need to. Very, very easy. They give you everything that you need. So yeah, in that respect, I am very happy with it. This requires a 4th generation i5 CPU or higher, and it allows you to record up to 1080p, 60 frames per second. Now, it uses what's called a USB video device class. And that is, you can see that there, that is a fancy way of saying that it allows you to use a camera or a device as a webcam. And that's important because it means that the Cam Link can be used to attach any camcorder, any action camera, smartphone, DSLR, micro four thirds, compact camera, and it allows you to use all of those as a webcam. And that means it's not just for streamers. You could use the Cam Link and then attach a camera and you could use it for a webcam. And that's good as well because laptops, for example, they don't normally have very good webcams on them. So using the Cam Link, it's a very portable solution. You can attach a camera, have a very good webcam on the move. So the reason I'm using my GoPro Hero 6 here is because I want to show you the setup. And the reason I'm talking through this microphone is because the audio is bad in the GoPro and I thought it would just be a little bit easier just to use this mic and keep things consistent. So here is my setup and I will show you it all in a second. This is the main camera, what I'm calling the main camera. So when I do a recording, this is the camera that I'll be facing. It's the RX100 Mark III. And if you look at the left-hand side, there's two cables coming out. The one with just continuous is a USB charging cable. And this camera allows USB charging whilst recording. So it means that I can plug it in and I can use it and record for a long period of time without worrying about battery. I've did streams over 2 hours long in this setup. The other cable there is a micro HDMI to HDMI adapter, and then that goes to the Cam Link. So the camera, micro HDMI out, goes to the HDMI cable. I've got 1.8 meters. It comes all the way around here to here. So that's the HDMI cable that's coming from up there. Goes to the Cam Link, and you can see it's white there showing you it's powered. And then I've used the little adapter. The reason I had to use that is because where the port is here, you can see there's an HDMI that's powering my monitor, and the dongle just doesn't fit in there. It's too big. If I wasn't using the HDMI cable there, that wouldn't be a problem, but I'm glad they provided that because I did need it. The other side, I've got my audio interface, and then I've got the Elgato HD60S. And I do need to get a desktop. I've talked about that before. It is a little bit of a a bit of a Frankenstein situation here with all the cables, but I have managed to attach everything. I've got the Elgato Stream Deck over there. I've got my mini SNES playing. So how does this work? Well, I'll show you how I'm going to be using this in OBS. So this is how I'll be recording. A little pull behind the curtain here and you can see it. So you can see I've set it up as main camera as the scene, and then you can see here source Cam Link, and that's how I've got it set up. Now I can switch between any camera here because I can switch to my webcam, which is the camera there. I can switch to the main camera, which means I'm facing that one there, which is where the Cam Link is going through. I can do Firefox, and I can do the Elgato HD60S. And there's other things I've got here like Elgato and Brios, so that's Elgato and the webcam at the same time. So I can play a game and show the webcam, or I could play the game and I could show the main camera. I've essentially got two cameras setup just now, but I can add a third. So if you look over here, this isn't really about the Cam Link, but I thought I'd show you this anyway, just to give you an idea of what can be achieved. If you look down there behind there, I don't know if you can see it. In fact, I'll jump over and show you. That is a simple HDMI splitter. One of the cables going in is the mini SNES. The other is this. This is my overhead camera. This is my Sony RX10. So I'll bring it down and show you. And you can see here I've got a micro HDMI cable going out. Another HDMI basics cable from Amazon. I found they're quite good. And it goes round and it goes in. So I can push the button and I can switch it round and I can either play games or I can do the overhead camera. And that works for me because I would never have to do both at the same time. So I've got the Cam Link for the camera. And now what I'm going to do is switch this on. So watch this. I'm going to switch the power on. Lens go down. Look at that. Overhead camera. And if I jump over to OBS, you should see the same. Sometimes when you change things, OBS finds it a little bit. There we go. So now OBS is recording the Elgato there as the overhead camera. And I can do product reviews. I can do anything. So you imagine, you know, when I talk to the camera here, the main camera, I can do a product review and I can talk to someone. And when I did that, it would be main camera. So it'll be facing that way. And then I can switch to the overhead camera, which is the Elgato HD60S. One of the reasons I want to show you this is because some of you, my subscribers, were asking about this. They wanted to see my setup. And I will do another video where I'll show you all this properly. But the other reason I want to show you that is because the Cam Link and the Elgato HD60X, they work well together. In fact, I don't think there'll be any problems with this Cam Link working with any other capture card. I don't think that's going to be a problem. You just plug it in and works. It just works. So I'll just quickly go over. What I'm going to do is I'll switch off OBS here. And what I'm going to do, I'll go over to Skype. So here's Skype, video settings, and you can see if I set to my Brio, so that's my main webcam. What I'm going to do now, you can see I've got my capture card, so that would be the overhead camera, showing my keyboard. Oh, the lovely colors. And then Cam Link, and there's a Cam Link. And that's me set up my Skype camera as the Cam Link. So, when I review a lot of things, I sometimes put a little asterisk at the end and say, this is my opinion now, but, you know, after a week, after a few months and all that, it might change. I'm pretty confident my opinion of this isn't going to change. This just worked. You know, I plugged it in and it was recognized as a webcam. And this is going to allow me to use two high quality cameras or use one high quality camera and use the other one to record gaming. Now, the webcam that I've got, the Logitech Brio, is pretty good. It's a 4K camera. Well, it can do 4K, but I've been using it at 1080p at 60 frames per second. That's what my cameras can do as a maximum as well. And that's what the Cam Link can do. So it all ties in together. All my cameras and my webcam can do 1080p at 60 frames per second. It all ties in together. And, you know, I paid about £120 roughly for this. And a lot of people might think that's expensive, but I think this is going to be incredibly useful for my setup. I think it's going to be something that I'll be using for years. And I love that I just love how portable this is, because I can take this down. You know, if I'm going somewhere, I could, you know, take a camera and attach a mic. You need to remember this will pass audio. Because it's going through HDMI, this passes audio as well. So does the Elgato. So when you're recording with a good camera and microphone, it will pass the audio through as well. So for a mobile kind of traveling, vlogging or recording situation, you know, there's a lot of applications for this. Mainly, I will be using it to do live streaming, but all of the things that I've been buying recently have been to try and reduce the time that I run about taking memory cards out of cameras and just try and record it all in one take, or, you know, as little takes as possible, so that I reduce the amount of time I spend editing and I spend more time producing. I prefer to make videos and produce videos than I do spend hours editing. And the Cam Link, I think, is something that Twitch streamers will love, YouTube streamers will love. But I think there's a lot of business applications for this as well. YouTubers are going to love it, you know, video producers. But I think if you're in a business and you want a good webcam, £120 so that you can use perhaps your smartphone or a compact camera or something, it really is a great deal. So I would give this 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, big thumbs up. Yeah, very happy with this. And I think it's an easy recommendation. Thanks for watching, guys. If you would like to know more about the Cam Link or if you have any questions about how this works, leave a comment below. I hope I've given you an idea of how this works just by showing you my setup. Very simple, compact camera. I've got a USB cable there, but micro HDMI to HDMI adapter. HDMI cable comes round and it comes round to here. And that's the Cam Link doing its business so that I can, where is it? That's the recording. I've just realized I've closed down OBS there to show you Skype. Yeah, so that's the situation. It goes from the camera to the Cam Link. That's the Elgato, and that's the main camera. And look how quick all of that loaded up. Very professional, and I now have a very, very productive and useful streaming and recording situation. Okay, guys, thanks for that. Leave a comment if you get any questions. I do appreciate you guys watching, so if you've stayed to the end of the video, do click like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care, guys.